And it makes no sense to me because you're trying to steal their culture.
So, ain't nobody trying to steal their culture. The shit that we talk about, they don't even fucking do. If you want to hide something from a Negro, put it in a book. And obviously, your ass don't pick up no books. Walk with me. Archives.org, The Atlantic Journal, and Friend of Knowledge, in 8 numbers, by C.S. Rafik, Ph.D., published in 1832. If you want to hide something from a Negro, put it in a book. The Primitive Black Nations of America by Professor S.R. Rafik, published in 1832. Let's drop down. It says, my second memoir was on the Negro or the Black nations found in America before Columbus. Found in America before Columbus. Negro nations. Primitive indigenously. That's not natives. If you want to hide something from a Negro, put it in a book. You want to hide something from a Negro, put it in a book. To many, this fact, not a theory, not a hypothesis, not a guess, nothing pseudo, this fact of old black nations in America will be new. Just like you. You don't know this. So this information is new, right? But it's a fact. So to many, this fact of old black nations in America will be new. Yet it is an important feature of American history. It is important. When the last time school told you some important shit about you? Of course, because they never taught you about ancient America. So you wouldn't know about this. Right? Just drop on down. And it starts listening. I have merely enumerated the black tribes, the Negro tribes, of which I have found evident traces and remains in North and South America. And he starts naming all these black tribes, these black nations. He starts naming all these black nations, right? Here's one of my favorite ones, right? The Black Indians met by the Spaniards in Louisiana in 1543. The Sotos invasion. The explorers ran across us, not the natives on the reservation. That's why the natives on the reservation don't know none of this shit. They don't even have family tied to the Southeast.
True.
Native and indigenous are two different things.
True.
If you want to hide something from a Negro, put it in a book. If you want to hide something from a Negro, you put it in a book. Here's another source called the Encyclopedia of American Indian Contributions to the World. Now, in your video, you ask, what is our culture? And then you try to say we're stealing native culture. But let me show you something about our culture, right? Because we do this shit like we born to do it, right? For one, natives don't eat cornbread. They eat fried bread. Two different people, two different cultures, right? Natives eat fried bread, we eat cornbread. And I guarantee your black ass eat cornbread too, which is called Indian bread. I doubt your grandma was lying to you. What else do we do? Barbecues. Native Americans don't barbecue. And if they do, they don't barbecue better than us, right? Barbecue is another culture of American Indians that a lot of you niggas who think y'all African partake in, right? Another one, basketball. And I ain't talking about that Mayan hip ball shit. I'm talking about basketball, right? Matter of fact, let me read the basketball to you so you can understand. Basketball is a team sport in which points are scored by throwing a ball into a hoop, right? A rubber ball. This is an all-American game. All-American game played. People believe that this game was invented 100 years ago, but in truth, American Indians played basketball 3,000 years ago.
True.
And also, this basketball game is what gave you soccer and football as well, too. There's no Native American on the reservation that can whoop our ass in basketball, football, or even soccer. Because our Caribbean brothers and sisters got that goddamn soccer locked down, right? Some more about our culture. They said running The reason why I'm running on here is because this says that American Indians are the fastest sprinters in the world. Now, last time I checked, Black Americans and Jamaicans been holding down the sprinting Olympics since we started sprinting in the Olympics. There's no Native American who can outrun us.
Nope.
And you know that. But again, if you want to hide something from a Negro, put it in a book. The last one that I'm going to give you, since you said culture and stuff like that, cornmeal, which is grits. A lot of you niggas still eat grits today. Fish and grits, shrimp and grits, salmon cold crack and grits, or whatever the fuck, right? So cornbread, barbecue, basketball, sprinting, cornmeal. And if I was to flip this page, it'll tell you grills. Some of you niggas got grills, right? Tats, tattoos, niggas is tatted up and everything like that. Apartment buildings. American Indians built apartment complexes. That's what we lived in. We ain't living on teepees. Native Americans lived in teepees. We lived in apartment complexes because we built them, right? Two different people, two different cultures. They're native, we're indigenous, and the fact that y'all believe that recessive people with pale skin and straight hair is more indigenous to you, and you are the melanated man of the world, the blueprint. We are the first. We've been here for millions of years, genetically and DNA-wise. The fact that y'all believe that recessive people with straight hair, with no rhythm, is indigenous or aboriginal is crazy to me, because Malcolm X taught us that aborigines, these are dark-skinned people. You'll never find a white aborigine, but you don't like to be called an aborigine, and it shows. And it shows. Ain't nobody trying to erase them. And again, if you want to hide something from a Negro, put it in a book, because my last source is this. You want to hide something from a Negro, put it in a book, because niggas don't read. This is another one called The Eugenics and Race Integrity in the 20th Century Assault on the Virginia's Indians by J. David Smith, right, by Lynchburg College. You see what's in it. Russell Booker, the current director of Virginia Bureau of Vital Statistics, has commented on Plecker's use of his office. His examination of the old documents, so often referred to by Plecker aloud, colored and free, which are terms often applied to people who were in fact recognized to be Indians. In the mid-19th century, which is the 1800s, states' records for birth, marriages, and deaths were divided into two categories, white and colored. The colored category was subdivided into free and slave. In 1920s, when Walter Plecker and his friends got the Racial Integrity Act passed, colored had been defined as Negro, Booker said. Indians who had been considered colored are now considered to be black. If he could change records, and he did, Booker said. If someone came in and said, I'm an Indian, Plecker could say, your grandfather is a free Negro, so you are a Negro. Actually, the grandfather wasn't listed as a Negro, but as a colored free, which is often recognized to be Indians. What this is documentary genocide. As you see it right here, what this is documentary genocide. The only people who's ever been erased in America is us. It's us. It's us. We're the only ones that's been ethnocided. Ethnocide. Ethno means nation, nationality. Side means to unalive. We went through an unaliving of our nation and nationality as Indians, because they reclassified us to colored and Negro. Now, if you pull up pictures from 1920, the only people who's drinking from colored water fountains is who? Ain't no Native Americans, because they already on the reservations. Native Americans ain't never went through no reclassification. They ain't never went through no paper genocide. Only we have, as Black Americans, or indigenous Americans. If you want to hide something from a Negro, put it in a book. TikTok. Y'all need to start giving everybody camera and video and live access, because they just be cutting this shit on and saying whatever the fuck without any proof, source, or documentation. Y'all have a good day. Peace.